Debating and deliberating about this topic is something I've been doing with family members and staff, Cash among others, for years. It comes up on a frequent basis. It comes up on a regular basis. I kind of took an extra step this off-season by starting to talk to people that are with other organizations that I know that are in this industry about just why this is such an important topic, why having beards and being able to have beards is so important to this generation. I also talked to a lot of people that are not in the industry at all that I know. And those people were closer in age to the players than they are to me. So there was a lot of research done on that front. What did I learn from all these conversations? And I'll get into what happened earlier this week in a minute. This generation, you know, the vast majority of 20s, 30s, into the 40s men in this country have beards. You know, our new vice president has a beard. Members of Congress have a beard. The list goes on and on and on in this country and in this world. It is a part of who these younger men are. It's a part of their character. It's a part of their persona. Do I totally relate to that? It's difficult for me. I'm an older guy who's never had a beard in his life. But it's a very important thing to them, and they feel it defines their character. It is also the norm in this country for all the reasons I just talked about. So there were a lot of conversations had. I certainly learned a lot. But the most important thing for me was to sit down face to face with several of our players and several of our senior staff. I didn't want to do it over the phone. I didn't want to do it in a group setting. I did it in one-on-one settings. I felt that would be more productive. And I did all that Monday of this week, the first full day of squad practice. There were a lot of things that were told to me that resonated. There were some things that were told to me that were concerning, even if they happened to be more of a hypothetical in nature. But the bottom line is, from those conversations, all the conversations I had in the off-season and the last few years with people like Cash, I did make the decision that the policy that was in place was outdated, and given how important it is to that generation, and given that it is the norm in this world today, that it was somewhat unreasonable. So I made the change, talked to the players this morning at the team meeting. I think they understand what my thought process was as well. There will be parameters to this, and they know that, just as we have parameters to our other policies and guidelines.